William Whalen here for GetMoreSports.com, and we are moving on to look at the Tyrone Wallace news coming out of Berkeley, the senior point guard who is a do-everything guy. He's averaging over 15 points per game, over 5 rebounds per game, just under 5 assists per game, has a broken bone in his right hand. Now, this is his non-shooting hand, his non-shooting wrist, so this is not exactly something that when he comes back is going to limit his ability to shoot the ball, but nonetheless, it's going to keep him out for 4 to 6 weeks, and this is a brutal stretch for California right now. They are just 2-3 in conference play, falling quickly behind the pack in a conference that has a number of surprising teams leading the pack, and then everybody in the middle is pretty much equal right now, but this is where you got to separate yourself, and we thought this was a stretch where California was really going to have a hard time on the road, but with 5 of 7 home games in the next 7 games, that's a stretch where you expect a team like that to separate themselves, to rebound, and to have a chance to kind of gain a leg up on the competition. They have to go to Utah and Colorado. Those are going to be very tough games without Tyrone Wallace. I mean, you think about the difference that he can make against a team like Colorado who doesn't have the kind of guard play that Cal does, but the teams are pretty equal in the front court. You think about Utah, the advantage that Utah could have in the front court at times, and the kind of damage that Wallace did to them last time they played in Berkeley. Those are 2 games that, well, you may not win 9 times out of 10, when you have Tyrone Wallace, you're certainly in the running, and you think that you can steal those ones on the road. Then you look at the home games they have to deal with. They have to deal with Oregon State, Gary Payton Jr., who's going to guard him. Then you have to think about, obviously, Oregon and the lethal offensive units that they throw on the court. Who's going to deal with them? You've got to deal with Arizona coming to town. This is the worst possible stretch for Tyrone Wallace to go down for Cal. And now, all of a sudden, we need to think about whether the Golden Bears even have a chance to make the NCAA tournament. I know injuries are unavoidable sometimes, and they're unfortunate, but this is a blow to Quenzo Martin and the reputation of his program. They bring in such a heralded recruiting class. People were talking about them winning the conference, making a Final Four run, and now we're wondering whether they will even make the NCAA tournament. And even before Wallace was injured, you know what? They were 2-3 in conference. This is a disappointing season in Berkeley, and you're starting to hear the chatter out of Tennessee of this is why we wanted to run him out of town. It's too early for that, but nonetheless, this is a big blow to this program.